Hi there, this is Kaneo Zing, and I guess I would just like to make another video, because most of my videos are either video games or music, and I almost completely ignore Hollywood or movies, usually on my channel, for various reasons. But finally, I guess I will sort of talk about Hollywood, and just sort of its lack of direction and its confusion, which is baffling. It looks like the picture there is the Ghostbusters remake, the all-female remake, which is baffling for so many reasons. First of all, it's baffling because it features mostly females, but the movie just serves to make females look bad. I mean, the whole movie is just there to make women look stupid, or, I mean, they try to gang up on that dude, but the women also look horribly stupid too, so, I guess that's the current trend, and it's just so baffling because it comes from a studio that, should operate with a business sense of Miyamoto Musashi, like a samurai of business, but they seem to utterly fail at making movies. So there goes the the kind of the Sony reputation. It's a Sony, but they don't seem to have any idea how to make movies. And I have to sort of tiptoe carefully around some of these things. I guess I'll try and let the pictures speak for themselves, because people have talked about some of the Star Wars things ad nauseum, so I guess I'll just let the pictures kind of fade into one another, and I think that without attacking it specifically, it'll just speak for itself. Now, I have a statistic here about Hollywood, and it's how much does the video game industry make? International video game revenue is estimated to be 81.5 billion in 2014. This is more than double the revenue of the international film industry in 2013. In 2015, looks like... in 2015, video games made even more. 2015, it made $91.5 billion, which absolutely annihilates Hollywood movies. So from a business perspective, why would you even bother with Hollywood movies or paying actors? So, in the sense that Hollywood is now basically, I guess you would call it a not very profitable operation from a business standpoint, it makes very little money comparatively to other things you could be doing, like, selling opioids, to people legally or otherwise, or, another way to make a huge amount of money is to operate in video games. So Hollywood is just sort of a niche thing anyway. So why are we still pretending in this day and age that these are big budget movies when they're not? That is comparatively not really how it is. You talk about big budgets. These are not. We're not operating in big budgets here. We're operating in kind of afterthought budgets, if anything. So if we're operating in afterthought budgets anyway, why are we still pretending that these are blockbusters? These are going to be huge hits. And I think Hollywood. This is a good time for Hollywood, because it kind of bitch slaps them back into reality, where they get kind of stunned like a drug addict, and then they kind of stagger about, and then the epiphany hits them, and they kind of wake up a little, and they might actually beat maybe their addiction a little, maybe not entirely, but they'll kind of sober up. And I think Hollywood will kind of reset, possibly hit the reset button, and just kind of come to terms or figure out another way to make money. I mean, recently I saw Wayne's World, and it's such a simple movie, and you can tell this movie it just wasn't trying to be a great movie. It just is. It's so stupidly simple, and the dialogue and the plot are just overflowing with charm, and it's just every scene, dude. It is they're not trying. They're definitely not trying, almost at all in any sense whatsoever. Is this movie trying to get your attention or any? It just is a great film, you know. I mean, I saw it with my daughter recently, and it's actually a good film. A really stupid film, but stupidly simple, like Occam's Razor. I think that, you know, I noticed kind of a Fritz thing lately. Don't tell me how I know, but I noticed a little Fritz going on here and there, and it seems like people are looking at some films that made a ton of money. I'm pretty sure the Fritz made some money. You know, and just kind of going out there on a limb. And since it's not a big budget thing and we're not risking a ton of money, then let's go back to things that you take a risk on very little money, and then you make a ton of money. You make more money than you ever thought. You go with a Fritz the Cat. You go with a weird thing that might make a ton of money. Or in the case of David Lynch, you actually get him to, you get him in line, and you kind of make sure he actually has a budget. Because when you get a person like David on a budget, suddenly he makes a profit. The problem with David Lynch is that, well, people give him too much money, and then, you know, he's an artist and he doesn't know how to keep his budget under control at all. But when you actually have him on a budget, it works great. So just some thoughts about Hollywood. Thank you very much for listening to me, and hopefully Hollywood gets back to the little things. Maybe that's a big thing. Little things that become big things, and how to really make money in this world. Thank you.